across the field. "You could join me for practice." "And stain these clothes?" Loki asks, brushing invisible dirt off his dark green trousers. "I just had these made. Besides, don't you have 5 training partners who represent the best humanity has to offer?" Tyr stops, planting the butt of his spear into the ground before turning to look at the trickster more closely. "I see you're still obsessed with that movie representation of you. It's been how many centuries since then?" "Too many. I was just starting to become popular again." Loki jokes. "Meanwhile, you were constantly misrepresented as a blonde." "At least they got the hammer right," Tyr points out. Loki laughs. "Although I never did quite understand how it is that you show up one time with your spear, and those Norse knuckleheads remember your name correctly. You show up another time with your warhammer, and they screw it up for all time." "Names do not matter, actions do," Tyr replies, pulling his long, twisted hair behind his back. "What do you seek me out for, Loki? Our paths do not cross amiably often, and my friends are eager to finish their practice. We have a feast to enjoy later." Loki nods in understanding. In the past, Tyr's words were certainly true. The devious, scheming trickster versus the wise and honorable lord of martial valor and learning, a naturally conflicting rivalry that had sparked for millennia. For Loki, it's been fun. Move and counter-move, thrust and parry, cat and mouse. Much like Tyr's constant practice with his spear and hammer, Loki saw their engagements as practice, sparring since time immemorial. "My dear Tyr, just because you and I have had our disagreements doesn't mean I don't look upon you fondly," Loki says with a wide smile. He looks pointedly at the 5 warriors who accompany Tyr everywhere. The true Valkyrie, even though their genders don't match up. Mostly. "You know that steel sharpens steel, and there is nothing in this entire realm that I think sharpens my steel as well as matching wits with you." You certainly didn't feel that way when I bound you to the Hersag for 1,000 years, Tyr points out, although I do admit to taking some pleasure in it. "Well, I did cost you your left hand," Loki replies, nodding toward the stump at the end of Tyr's left arm. "But this is a unique situation. We are practically brothers now." Tyr cannot deny Loki's argument and sighs, nodding. "True. I did not expect him to have fallen for the Huntress, but I can understand. She is worthy of his love." She is a delicious-looking little distraction, isn't she?" Loki asks, holding up his hands when Tyr gives him a stern look of warning. "Hey, I'm not saying anything other than that Lance seems to have found himself a beautiful woman to love, and she loves him as well from what I can tell. I'm happy for our offspring, even if they haven't offered up the words of commitment to each other yet. Though it's Sulus's area of expertise, I expect they'll be sharing their bonds soon enough. I just wish I'd been a bit more instructive to Lance on the art of female pleasure. From what I can tell, he seems to be more than satisfying her," Tyr says, plucking his spear out of the ground. Never one to be distracted by Loki's banter, he turns away from his bodyguards to walk across the field in the opposite direction, Loki following him as Tyr conjures up a simple cloak to cover his upper body, looking like a cross between an ancient Greek and an ancient Viking. But let us discuss our parenting styles later. We have been thrust into an unfamiliar situation. Hesitant allies. True. But hey, maybe we can finagle this into a 3-way with Sulus. Loki teases before sobering. Come now, Tyr. You look like you're being forced to eat your vegetables. I've spent the past few hours practicing, trying to figure out a way we can coexist in our efforts against Bane, and must admit I am stumped. Tyr expects that Loki will deflect his criticism with a joke or anger. He's surprised.